Hey, what's going on, shrimp keepers? It is Saturday, and so I'm doing some fish room tours. I'm down here in Columbus. I just got done speaking this past Friday, and it's been a great experience. I'm over at Kevin's house. Kevin has some Victorians, some really cool cichlids, some bigger tanks, and it's really cool. So he has a lot of knowledge, been in the hobby for a long time. So, hey, Kevin, real quick. Tell us a little bit. I was just telling him, how long have you been in the hobby for? And sorry it's dark, so you won't be able to see Kevin too well.
I started in 1976. My
Wow.
brother-in-law got rid of his 10 and 20 gallon tank, and that's kind of how I got started.
Wow, so it actually has been exactly 40 years, a little over.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Then
Now,
the store went out of business, and they were selling 30 gallon tanks, and I bought 3 of them. And on it goes.
and we know how that goes. Real quick, tell us a little bit about this bottom tank.
That's Zistochromis phytophagus. It's a fish from Choga Lake, just north of Lake Victoria. It's also known as the Christmas Fulu. If you buy a Christmas Fulu, it's probably a hybrid. There's very few of the pure ones left.
Gotcha. And these are pure.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, these look great. Very cool. And then tell them, you were telling me a little bit what you do with, you'll get a pair, you'll spawn them, and then you'll actually sell the breeders off and keep the juveniles.
Yeah, I like to have a big colony. That keeps it going. So in this tank, I had a trio of Prognathochromis perii, and they bred probably 3 breeds. So I had 3 different breeds, and I kept the babies, raised them up, and then sold off the breeders. Did the same thing with the bottom tank, the Christmas
Gotcha.
breeders. That way I don't lose a colony.
Yeah, because you can always lose an adult. Now this one, you can tell them a story about how you lost a couple of your tanks.
Well, I went on vacation for a couple of weeks, and my feeders overfed the fish and didn't really pay attention to the food that was fouled. The one you're looking at right now, I lost about 15 fish. Did
That's awful.
100% water change to try to save the ones that could be saved.
Now, did they tell you before you came home, so you were expecting it, or did you just come home and boom?
They told me that one tank had 3 dead, and that tank had 9 dead. And then there were 2 other tanks where they were all wiped out.
Gotcha.
And this one that was almost totally wiped out.
That's awful. Now, real quick, you keep Java moss in here. The cichlids won't eat the Java moss? Or they do, just not enough?
No, cichlids don't eat Java moss. They don't eat Anubia either. So I
Gotcha.
try
So
to keep, and Java fern.
Java fern. So those are the 2 that work really well. Okay. Now, what do you got down here? This guy's beautiful.
This is a very rare fish. It's Harpagochromis orange rock hunter.
Wow.
I don't know why my male will refuse to color up. He should be a bright orange, but he's not. I got them a while ago, and I need to find a 75-gallon tank for them, which I don't have.
Now, what is this, a 55?
This is a 55. They get pretty big. They get good 7-8 inches long, so I want to get more room for them.
Now, do you have any tricks to spawning these guys, or are they just like the pots and the tubes? And
Victorians are kind of weird. For the most part, they live about 6 years.
Okay,
they
that's pretty
breed
long.
when they're extremely young, maybe only an inch long, and they're breeding. They'll breed for about 3 years, and then often they quit. Sometimes they don't.
Gotcha. So the last 3 years, they slow down big time.
Yeah, the first 3 years, they're really going at it.
Gotcha. Now, what are these guys? These almost look like different fish, or are they?
There are 2 different fish. I
Two
have
different ones.
Isochromis species blue-tipped, and also Haplochromis theratarium.
Gotcha. I love the look of these guys right here.
Yeah,
That slender body.
Yeah, I generally try to keep species-only tanks for Victorians because I don't want them to crossbreed, but
Yeah.
really these guys don't look anything alike, and I've been successful.
Gotcha.
They breed a lot.
Now up here, he doesn't like to come out, right?
Yeah, he's coming around the corner there.
There he is.
He's the red one. That's Pundamilia red flank.
Oh, he is a beautiful fish.
Yeah, I have 1 male and 3 females in there. He did just the opposite. He did not breed for 2 years, and then all of a sudden he went gangbusters.
No way. Let me give you a quick overview of the whole fish room. Very nice tanks down here. Okay, now what are these guys?
This is Haplochromous species KK Beach. There's a guy who works for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and he travels all over the country making sure that the Gates Foundation is spending money in countries wisely. So
Okay.
he goes to Uganda periodically, and he hires people to go out and find holding females, because you can't tell one female from another. So he brings back the holding females, and then he distributes them around the country.
Well, that's great. That really helps the hobby
this
then.
is an unknown species, so we're just calling it KK Beach because that's the location
KK
where he
Beach.
collected them.
Now, have you spawned these?
No.
Are they still way too young?
These are the originals I got, so I got to grow them up.
Oh, yeah, these are your F1s you were saying.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, these guys are some of our favorites.
Well, it's my favorite too.
Oh, is this your favorite?
Oh, absolutely. I really didn't think I'd ever get these guys. I knew they were in Europe, but not in the United States. Somebody in Boston got an import, bred them, and
Here they
I was
are.
lucky enough to pick some up at the ACA convention.
These are beautiful.
Females are piebald, and then the males will eventually get to be kind of almost black with red fins.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. Absolutely my number one
Wow.
possession right now.
Gotcha. I love these. I mean, you can't beat that color. You don't see that very often in Victorians.
Oh, and it's really stunning when they get to be mature,
Yeah.
even more so.
Is there anything down here? Or is that one of the...
Killed?
That's the kill tank. Oh.
Killed tank, yes.
Oh, man. Let's see what we can get out of this tank.
It's also a very, very rare fish in the hobby. It's Isochromous pyrocephalus. I have one male and 11 females.
Oh, wow.
They have held numerous times, yet they just don't hold them to term. I haven't figured out what to do with them. I tried stripping them, but...
Yeah. Now, is that what this was? You tried stripping them up there?
Well, yeah, I took a female, I put her in there. I thought she might not get scared, but she must have swallowed the eggs because I didn't get anything out of it.
Now, what do you feed all your cichlids? Because you've been doing this a long time, so I'm
I
sure
feed
you've
them-
developed a favorite food.
Oh, I feed them a lot of different things. A lot of spirulina.
Okay.
I
The
do
pellets
some of
or powder?
The younger ones, the flake, and then the older ones, the small pellets.
Or? Okay.
If I want some color, I use the cobalt color enhanced stuff to get a little bit of color out of them.
Gotcha.
That'll bring the red out.
Now, what are these guys that we're looking at?
This is another one that was brought over by the fellow who goes over to Uganda. It's Haplochromous levitis. It's actually a species that was thought to be extinct in the lake, and then he came back with them, and Paul Louisel identified them as levitis.
Yeah, these guys are stunning. I was telling...
these guys are real aggressive, and I got a lot of males and not many females.
They just beat up on the females
I've
then?
bred them quite often, but it seems they're taking a break right now.
Yeah.
They beat up on the male on male is pretty rough sometimes.
Gotcha. I was saying, this black beard algae, I love the way it looks on that rock. I don't know why, just the way it flows in the water current, it looks great. And I never say that, but I think it looks really cool, so I love this tank. And you're using all matin fillers, which I particularly like these. I've been talking about these a lot in my videos. They're a great filtration.
Yep.
What's down here?
This is Pundamelia species redhead. I have 3 males and I think 2 females are left. They're a little rough on the females.
Are they? They're a little shy too, huh?
Yeah, they bred quite a bit, so I've been able to spread them around quite a bit.
Here's a female.
If I turned the lights
Well, there's
off
the
and you
male.
waited a while, they'd come out.
Oh, he is really pretty. And you said you have spawned these before?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Gotcha.
I don't have any at the moment.
Yeah, no. Oh, you got quite a few of these guys. Now, was this one of your spawns?
Yeah, it is. I got some Haplochromous Kenya Golds. I bred them, and this is probably, again, 3 or 4 spawns put together. I've got too many males, so I'll be selling some males at the next club auction.
Okay, very
They
good.
have not bred yet.
Now, tell us a little bit about your tank setup, just because I'm curious. What type of rocks do you use?
There's a landscape place down the road that has a lot of limestone.
Yeah, okay.
And since they like the high pH, I put a lot of limestone in. Like lots of nooks and crannies because they chase each other and bite each other and everything else in the world. So
very
helps
good
with the survival.
Okay. And we found out what you feed them. What temperature do you keep the tanks at?
Well, I've experimented with a lot of temperatures, and they're supposedly very, very good at 74 degrees.
Okay,
but,
so that's not too warm.
It seems like mine seem to like about 77, 78 degrees.
Okay, so a little bit warmer.
Yeah. I did have a tank one time where the heater broke and the temperature went all the way down to 64 degrees, and every female was holding.
Very cool. These guys are stunning. What are these ones? The males.
Enterochromis periopus. It's also called broken bar is the common name.
I actually have to say this is probably my second favorite, if not real close to those other ones, just by color. I mean, that male is beautiful. But all right, we got a couple more tanks. Are we running good on time, Jeremy?
Doing all right.
Okay.
Even know where to go.
Here's a sneak peek on Jeremy.
Hi
We're gonna see his fish room later. It's impressive. I hear.
That's,
I'm excited to see it myself.
This is a Statoreochromis alouati.
Okay, let me see if I can find some of
This
them.
is actually a riverine, so it's not endangered in the wild.
No. Ooh, I can't find them. They're hiding out. Hey, that's all right. They're camera shy. I understand
Yeah, there's
that.
probably about 25 of them in there.
Is there really?
Yeah.
They're good hiders. Oh. Is that a rainbow?
Well, yeah.
A random rainbow. He's probably the boss of the tank.
No, not hardly. But, she is very, very old.
She.
But it's supposed to be a dither, but
Gotcha.
didn't really do much dithering.
No. Now, what are these ones?
This is Paralibetochromis chilotis. Just like the other tank with the piebalds, it's the same species. Although this is the Zooey Island color morph, as opposed to the other one, which was a Rudy Island color morph out of Lake Victoria.
Gotcha.
These are full grown. Males are 7 inches or so. There's 2 males in there and I think 8 females.
Gotcha. Now, have you spawned these ones? Are these
Well, I have not spawned these, but they came from a spawn.
Okay.
So they are. They were my large colony that I hoped would do something, and they didn't.
Gotcha. All right. Well, hey, this one, I know this one's a KO tank.
Yeah.
And this was actually one of your favorites, right?
It was, yeah.
Tell them the story real quick.
I went to the ACA, and a friend of mine had some of these, and I got Lipochromis melanopterus, and unfortunately, they were overfed as well.
Yeah.
So I lost the entire tank.
Which is awful.
Email my friend. He's
Hopefully
in,
get some more.
North Carolina, but he always comes to the OCA convention, the extravaganza in Cleveland.
Okay.
I'll have to say, hey, I killed all the fish you gave me.
Oh.
How about some more?
I wouldn't say you killed them. Yeah, these were like that stinks when stuff like that happens, and we know how that goes.
And this is more Haplochromis red flank. They've been going nuts breeding. I haven't even been stripping them all. They just kind of.
No, these are the fry then, right?
These are the fry, yeah. Upstairs I got that tank with a whole bunch of them, and these guys were newer. I couldn't quite put them in with the older ones.
Gotcha. All right. Well, hey, I always flip it around earlier. Well, hey, thanks again, Kevin.
Hey.
I do ask everyone if there's one piece of advice you could give, at least for Victorians or the fish hobby in general, what would it be?
If you're starting a fish hobby, you're probably going to kill a bunch of fish before you know enough
Yep.
to really get it going. I know last night at the meeting, I got a kick out of the guy who pretty much told us how he started and went through all the fish rumors that are wrong.
Yeah, you get the
on the internet.
Yep.
And he tried them all, and they didn't work. So.
We've all been there for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's good. Well, hey guys, thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a fish tour. Learned a little bit about Victorians, and hopefully you enjoyed. So you guys make it a great week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.